Welcome to BRAINELM Lab's channel. Here, our goal is to make you better aware of personal finance and other money and finance-related topics. No need to like or subscribe if you do not like the video. We genuinely want your honest comment in comment box. Now, let's talk about your 30s. It's a really interesting time for your money. Your career is probably starting to take off. Your income is going up, and maybe for the first time, you feel, well, comfortable. But here's the thing. There's a little trap hiding in all that comfort. One that can quietly end up defining your entire financial life. And this quote, it just nails it. Right when you start making some serious money, something kind of sneaky starts to happen with your spending. It's this little habit that can creep in, literally, and start working against your biggest goals without you even noticing. It's called lifestyle creep. So what is this lifestyle creep thing, really? Well, think of it like this. It's when all those small, affordable upgrades slowly become your new normal. You know that daily latte you started buying instead of just making coffee at home? Yep, that's it. Or deciding to move into a slightly bigger apartment. That's part of it too. On their own, none of these things feel like a big deal, right? But they add up, and pretty soon your spending has grown to match your new paycheck. And look, I get it. It sounds pretty harmless, doesn't it? I mean, you're making more money. You should get to enjoy it a little. The real danger isn't in one fancy meal out or a new gadget. It's the pattern that starts to form, a pattern that leads to something that can actually make you feel less free, not more. And if you're not careful, this is where that path leads, to something called golden handcuffs. It's this weird situation where you're earning a great salary, but you feel just as broke as you did when you were making way less. How does that even happen? Well, it's because every single dollar of that bigger income is already committed to bigger expenses, which basically traps you. You're stuck in a job, maybe one you don't even like that much, just to keep up with the lifestyle you've built. So let's really look at this, the appearance versus the reality. From the outside, it looks like you've made it, right? You've got the high salary, the nice car, maybe a bigger house. But on the inside, the reality can be a whole different story. That high salary, it's really just high payments going out the door every month. That luxury car, well, that comes with a lot of stress about making the payment. And that bigger home, it can start to feel like you're trapped in your job just to afford it. You might look rich, but you don't have real freedom. Okay, let's look at a real-world scenario to see how this plays out. Let's talk about Sarah. When she was 29, things were looking pretty good. She was making $60,000 a year, and her expenses were about $55,000. So you see that gap? She has $5,000 left over at the end of the year. Now, that's not a huge amount of money, but hey, it's something. It's a great start for saving and investing. All right, fast forward 6 years. Sarah's 35 now, and she's crushed it at work. She's now earning $90,000 a year. I mean, that's a 50% raise. That's amazing. But take a look at her expenses. They've crept right up to $85,000. So what's the gap now? The space between what she makes and what she spends? It's still just $5,000. After all that hard work and a $30,000 raise, she's in the exact same spot financially. That is the comfort trap. Wow, so Sarah's story really shows you how easily this can happen, right? How you can get stuck without even realizing it. So, how do you make sure this doesn't happen to you? Well, the secret is all about being intentional, especially when you get a raise. Let's look at someone else, David, and see what he does differently. David just got a $12,000 raise. That's an extra $1,000 a month. And instead of just letting that cash get absorbed into his budget, he actually makes a plan for it. David uses a really simple, but honestly super powerful strategy. First, he pays his future self first. The very first thing he does is set up an automatic transfer. He takes half of that raise, $500 a month, and sends it straight to his investment account. It's gone before he can even think about spending it. Then he takes the other half, the other $500, and he thoughtfully upgrades his life. He decides, okay, I'm going to use this for a nicer gym, or we're going to go on a better vacation this year. So what's the end result? He gets to build real wealth, and he gets to enjoy his hard-earned money today. It's the best of both worlds, really. Now, I know what you might be thinking. $500 a month, that's nice, but is it really going to change my life? Well, let's just look at the power of time and consistency. If David invests that $500 every single month for 25 years, assuming a pretty average 8% return, that could grow to over $400,000. Yeah, $401,992 to be exact. That one number, that's the power of being intentional. That's how you build true financial freedom, not just the look of it. So, we've talked about the trap of lifestyle creep, and we've seen how a simple plan can completely change the outcome. It all really comes down to one single decision point. So, what's the one big takeaway here? What's the one thing you should remember from all of this? It's actually super simple. The very next time you get a raise, before you do anything else, before that money even hits your main account and gets mixed in with everything else, just pause. Make a conscious plan for it. Decide right then and there how much you're going to send to your future. It doesn't have to be half, like David. Maybe it's a third, maybe it's just 10%. The important part is that you send it straight to your investments. Set up that automatic transfer and pay your future self first. That one simple, proactive step, that's really the difference maker. It's what separates a life of feeling trapped by your finances from a life of real, genuine freedom. It's the difference between just funding your lifestyle today and actually funding your dreams for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and if this was helpful, please share it with someone who might need to see this.